Valencia College has a medical program that is supposed to be really, really great, but they are running into a little bit of an issue. They're dealing with a federal lawsuit because some of the former college students claim that they were forced to undergo vaginal probe ultrasounds. Now, the lawsuit, which has been filed with the federal government, claims that college staff members told the students they could find another school if they did not wish to be probed, and made suggestive comments to the women as classmates probed their organs. This is insane. I honestly didn't even believe this story.
Yeah,
as I was reading this, I was like, this is not a real story.
I thought maybe I was like, Anna made this up. She sent it as a joke.
Yeah, a little joke in here.
It's a real story. So apparently this school believes that it's important, or at least this particular class believes that it's important for these students who are going to enter the medical world to understand how something like a vaginal probe works. So they have to make the students get undressed, come back into the classroom with a towel covering their areas or whatever.
And they're walking in front of the classmates,
They're walking in front of their classmates, and then another classmate puts a vaginal probe in them.
What is this?
So my question is how many guys are in this classroom?
That's
because
my
I want to
question.
know, because I want to know what are we doing to them to teach them the importance of a vaginal probe?
I mean, where are the butt plugs?
Yeah, is there
you know?
some rectal exam that they have to go to that's equal in some degree so they can learn it? Because this is just disgusting. And I can imagine if my daughter, I don't have a daughter, but if she was in this class and someone made her feel guilty that she would lose her education or her opportunity if she didn't strip down and do this. Shut this school down.
I'm sorry. Look, there needs to be a full-on investigation into this, but based on the information that I have now, and of course, I don't have all the information. There might be more details that come out in the future that could change my mind on this. But based on what I know now about this story, how is this any different from sexual assault? Because you as a professor or an instructor are telling your students you have to undergo this. They're saying that it was optional. Based on the lawsuit, it was not optional, because if they didn't do it, they would be hurt in their grade, So the women were required to disrobe in a restroom, cover themselves in towels, and cross the classroom in front of other students, the suit claims. A student would place a condom over the probe and then apply generous amounts of lubrication to the probe. In some cases, the student would have to sexually stimulate plaintiffs in order to facilitate inserting the probe into plaintiffs' vaginas, the suit claims.
This is where it gets, I'm like, what the fuck, literally? Like, I have to just use that four-letter word there because this is crazy. I've never, in any medical situation, never has a doctor been like, I will now sexually stimulate you in order to continue with my medical examination. How are these things connected? This sounds absolutely
You hit it right on the nail.
How is this not sexual assault?
This is sexual assault at its finest, and it's in the public eye, and everyone is allowing this to happen. And I'm so glad that the story has come out, because this needs to be shut down. Because if it's happening here, I'm almost sure that this could be happening somewhere else.
Absolutely. And by the way, Valencia Community College has released a statement about this, okay? The college issued a statement Monday that said the use of volunteers, including fellow students, for medical sonography training is a nationally accepted practice. I don't think that they were referring, I mean, there are sonograms that don't require vaginal probing. I think when it comes to the issue of vaginal probing, the policies should at least be a little different.
Well, and I mean, I understand if you want to present a situation where, like, listen, if as a doctor, you want to understand what the patient's going through, I can see how in a closed environment, in some sort of situation where a student felt extremely comfortable in taking part in the examination to understand, you know what I mean? Like, I think there is a possibility that I could understand that, but nothing that's described here represents that.
Nothing at all.
Like,
and if you want volunteers, all you have to do is put up a Craigslist ad and say, we need volunteers to get probed, and you'll get a line of people to do it. Why put your students at risk? This is disgusting.
It's such a terrible idea. Look, there needs to be an investigation into this. Just because they filed the lawsuit doesn't mean that all of their claims are true. But I'm glad that they have come forward and they filed this lawsuit, because if this is really going on, they're not only doing something to protect themselves, they're going to protect other students that could be taking classes like this in the
and if this is a nationally accepted practice, who knows what else is happening in other colleges.